Hi, and welcome to Beyond the Racing Line, the Formula One podcast by fans, for fans. We're back from the summer break, and we've just enjoyed watching Oscar Piastri on the top step of the Zandvoort Dutch Grand Prix. I'm joined by Tristan Pocock. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Well,
welcome back.
You.
Happy return to the season.
Thank goodness.
9 to go. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Well, there is 9 to go now.
Yeah.
It's quickly disappearing, though, isn't it? The season.
What did you do in your downtime in your summer?
Before we get there,
summer breakish.
Hello, Shane.
Hello, Shane.
Shane's also here with us.
Shane, sitting in Sam's seat.
Hello. I'm in Sam's seat. I'm sorry, Sam. I just walked in.
He's not sorry.
Looked comfortable. I just wiggled my butt into it.
Sorry, not sorry. What do we do on the?
How do we spend our non-Formula One-ish time?
Being grumpy.
Being grumpy.
Being grumpy.
Just
having Formula One.
Just general.
Just thinking, why do we have
don't
such a big... Yeah, no.
I really didn't I didn't immerse myself in anything, to be quite honest, which I usually do.
But this one was strange because we had that big break,
and
then there
we
was
had a race,
two races, and then we had this
and
break.
then we're off again. So, I
Yep.
really didn't, I didn't branch out and watch anything. I didn't really look for anything. I did listen to the science interview on high performance. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. It was all right.
The Max's old high performance guy.
Oh, I haven't heard that yet.
That was great.
Because I do love...
Really enjoyed
I love it. It's my favourite podcast. But you can get an app and you get early access to the content, but I can't seem to figure it out.
Oh.
I don't know why. So I have to wait. So just keep refreshing it every day. But I'm looking forward to listening to that.
Oh, no, that's out on
Is
Apple.
that out already?
On
on
Apple.
Apple. Oh, see, no, I don't have an Apple.
Yeah, surely it's on... Anyway.
I would assume it is. Anyway, that's... Yep. That's where I'm
And
at.
the worst thing about it, no Formula One, and Collingwood was playing really crap, and, it just made it even longer.
AFL team for those overseas listeners. This
Yes.
is international, Shane.
Sorry, I forgot about that, yes.
Yes.
But surely, Collingwood's well known around the world.
Yep.
Unlike Essendon.
Nah, that's right. We're not playing anything for a while.
We have very relaxed finals campaigns.
Last 10 years, and relaxed.
20, actually.
Was it
20?
Was it the last Zandvoort Grand Prix?
It was. It was the final lap. It was dubbed.
Yeah. Well, I heard a lot of it in the lead up,
Yep.
and I caught a fair bit of the weekend, but I didn't hear them going on about it like I was expecting them to. But maybe I just missed those parts.
Well, there was sort of questions about are people attending because free practice on Thursday and Friday was very, very sparse.
And it's famous for being great atmosphere.
Yes, and I think the decline of Max has impacted that.
Well, they
as
still
well.
said there was... Come up on the screen was 300,000 people.
Race day it was packed to the brim, and there's some brilliant vantage points too. I was watching the ticket prices actually because I wondered if they were going to suddenly plummet because grandstands were empty. But I mean, it's cold, it's windy, it's beachside. It's probably not really the time of the day.
And they had their 3 best days of the year, I
They
think.
did have their 3 best days, and it was still quite windy and cold. So
Great spot to go and watch a Formula 1 race, I feel. There'll be some really good vantage points on sand dunes.
looking at the actual broadcast, like it looked like there's people who were just around the banking of turn 1 into turn 2, just up on the hill.
Yeah.
That looked like better value than being at the grandstand down the main straight. So,
Yeah, don't give away my hero of the day. Wait for that one.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Something to do with sand dunes.
Wonderful. But it's like, are we sad to see it go from the calendar?
I am, because I quite like it. It's different and it's unique.
I like it. That's the thing I love about it.
Yeah.
It is different and unique. It's not. It just feels like a bit of a go-kart track, though, doesn't it? It doesn't feel big enough for Formula 1 cars.
It's a very skinny track, isn't it?
It is, yep.
But the week before,
we saw a few overtakes here and there, but there's probably not quite enough overtakes for it being a classic. But no, I wouldn't mind it being on a rotation. But anyway,
as long as we don't replace it with something really tacky.
Yeah, our dream rotation system just doesn't seem to be getting up at the moment, does it?
No, nothing we sort of flag at the moment is getting up, is it?
Yeah, not the same cut through as we expect.
That we usually get.
Give me a race ranking weekend
Oh,
for the weekend.
Jeez, 9.5.
Ooh,
Thought it was brilliant.
9.5.
Brilliant. I could nearly go 9.9. Really, for no other reason other than giving myself the opportunity to have a 10 elsewhere. I can't think of any other reason why I wouldn't give it 10.
It wasn't one of the all-time grades,
But I
it was a
thought
good race.
it had everything. It really did. It had an engine failure.
Did it have an overtake for the lead?
Didn't have an overtake for the
Okay,
lead.
so it didn't have
had an engine failure for the win.
And I'm glad it didn't have an
which is a
overtake
bit
for the
better.
lead.
Me too, actually,
yeah.
to be quite honest. That's one thing we didn't want this round.
Yeah.
We had crashes galore. We had a pretty intense, exciting qualifying. We had Max just doing things that he always does, and it was brilliant. Elbows were out. There was lots going on, and I thought it was really great.
Race ranking? Shane?
9. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was a great weekend. I think you guys are deprived of Formula One action, and that's why
Possibly.
you've gone so big. No, I'll give it a good 8. I very much enjoyed it, but 8's a very good score. It was one from pole to the win. It was a good pole to win though. It wasn't like he just disappeared in the distance and we didn't have to think about it again. He had to recondition himself 3 times with safety cars and whatnot. So yeah, no, it was a very enjoyable race weekend.
It was a Grand Slam win.
We had probably our best 2 Zandvoort races, the last 2, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We had some real ball fest for a long time, and then they pulled it off the calendar, and then the best 2 come after that. So yeah.
What did you think of the finale where we sort of had flares going off in the back, a big smoky sort of fireworky flare? I know you hate flares.
It wasn't during race time though, was it?
No, I missed that. I think I love.
So
flares.
I'm okay with it if it's not during race time. If I'm in the middle of a flare smoke stack and I can't see the race because some dickhead wants to let a flare off, I'll be grumpy.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Are you a flare man?
No.
No.
Asthmatic. So
Well, medical reasons, fair.
Oh, so it's okay now, is it? You're against flares now, eh?
But I sit there and watch the Tour de France, and you get them climbing up these mountains there on the edge of dying, and then they've got to ride through flare smoke. And you think the cycling fans, you would think,
I think we need a
would
flare
know,
zone.
yeah.
I'd like to see a flare zone introduced.
Yeah, you can have a flare zone out in the middle of the ocean.
A grandstand for just flares.
Yeah, well, that'd be all right.
Brilliant.
And then you could put fans on them so it blows it away from the
And
race
you could
track.
we could have an asthmatic one on the other side of the track, so everyone's a winner.
Yeah, sure. Our drink of the round.
looks like
If you can call it a drink.
So we've had some doozies, haven't we? I think the last one has probably got the biggest reaction from you so far, the Benedictine, which is still on the bar if you'd like some. I haven't troubled
thanks.
myself with drinking any more of it.
I wonder
The
why.
sake, I think, gave you a little bit of a...
That was all right. I could palate that.
Oh, really? I don't believe you palated it too well.
No, that was all right. I'm sure you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be maybe at the end of the season. You could do like a little audio grab of like.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, your reactions. That's true. That's not bad. I don't mind that. But this week, well, we're enjoying a Heineken because that is the typical Dutch beer.
Brew.
Yep, it's a good one. Watsy's brew that one. He loves a Heine, but I couldn't just go with a boring old Heineken. So I've brought in something called Advocate, which is a Dutch liqueur.
How would you describe it, Shane?
I was just looking at it.
None of us have tasted
I
it
need
yet.
a spoon, I think.
Yeah.
Looks very, very
I
thick.
used to feed things like that to my son when he was first born.
It's in the papaya colour.
It is
celebrating.
That's true. Yeah.
It's,
So for those people, and there'll be plenty out there because I didn't know much about it, and I know plenty about alcohol. But this one, so it's a bright yellow, orange. What do we
Looks
call
like
it?
the yolk of an egg.
Yes,
honest.
it is. Yes, egg yolk colour,
Yep.
and it is probably nearly the same consistency as egg yolk, isn't it? It's thick.
Yeah, it's
I had to give the bottle a shake for it to come out.
It's also kind of like when you're mixing paint and that first layer comes out of the paint can. It's another way to describe it.
So you
Look at that. It doesn't even move off the wall of your glass.
The problem is no one's been brave enough to take a sip
Jeepers.
yet.
No, well, we've got to do it on air, don't we? So it's and so it's a Dutch liqueur,
It even smells like egg.
and
It smells like vanilla.
it can be enjoyed as we're drinking it, as we're drinking it tonight, straight. However, it generally goes in some cocktails, like one called the Snowball or Fluffy Duck.
Well, we said that it looked very much like it belonged in something, not by itself.
Yeah. So anyway, go for it, Tris. I want you to do the first one tonight.
look at it. You can't even get off the wall of your glass. Jesus Christ. How do you just? Like,
Oh,
do you
that was
shot
so
it?
close to your
no,
lips
but I know.
then.
I was going to say, do you like shot it? Do
No,
you
I'd
take
just give it a
do you
sip.
just sort
I'd have a sip of it.
Go and sip it.
Actually smells good.
You can't even drink it. It's like I need a spoon. Oh God, it like burns.
Oh, that's strange, isn't
That's
it?
idiot. It smells nice, and then it like burns you.
It's a whole lot more alcoholic than you give it credit for. You can't smell any of that.
I can't drink it. I have to eat it. I want a spoon.
You can't.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? Yeah. You can't smell any of that alcohol, but as soon as you do, when you said it burns, I'm like, really? It does. It's got a burn to it.
It's like I can't taste what it smells like.
No.
Problem is, you'll lose half of it in the bottle because you won't be able to get half of it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you'll be sticking your tongue in trying to get it out of the bottle.
Why does it burn?
Because it's 20% alcohol. They might, yeah, you're right though. 20% alcohol doesn't usually burn like that. I can't imagine this is the only one I could find, mind you, but maybe it's not the best one. Shane's also brought in something. And I think this is the first. I don't think we've had a food from the Eat place before, have we?
No.
What have you brought in, Shane?
Stroop waffles.
Stroop waffles. I didn't know anything about them, but apparently people do know about them.
Can I dip it in?
You probably could.
You could actually. That'd be good.
That'd be interesting. So they're sort of like a waffle with a bit of caramel infused into them.
And you were saying that you put them above your cup of tea?
The Dutch often put them above their tea and heat them a bit, or you can just eat them, pig out on them. Yeah, right. So I love them.
There you go.
You can find them in the international food part of Woolies.
Oh, is that where you got them? Yep. There you go.
So,
Tristan's still in awe of it.
I got like a hot flash.
He can't work out whether he likes it or not, I think.
I don't. I don't like it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's chewier than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's got like... Is it caramel? Is it caramel, I think? Can I dip it in this?
You can give it a go. I'll eat it first.
That's really nice.
This thing. What if I do...
Lovely.
Like, what if I do this? Is this going to work?
Oh.
Jeepers.
Geez, these are better than a Bicky, aren't they?
Yeah, lovely. They're about $3, I think, for that pack.
Right.
So, yeah.
I need some for work.
Oh, still burns.
What
But now the biscuit's burning. Bloody hell.
Oh, and podcasting is not good for eating. I forgot about that.
I'd love to know people's thoughts on our first 10 minutes every week.
Well, this is also a sign, isn't it? You talk about this. We started off in a certain way, and I actually had to take a second go because I didn't have someone's microphone turned on. Then I turned off the wrong microphone, and then. So anyway, let's get into some Formula One.
It actually is making me hot. I can feel like I'm sweating.
Across the race weekend. Oh, opening question. You want an opening question?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't really have one.
What did you ask for?
Opening question. Opening question. Where to next in the world? We do talk about this one sometimes. Which country would you like to go to? We're losing the Netherlands. Which country would you like Formula One to go to next? That doesn't currently have a race. Where's the next spot?
New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's nice and close. Cheaper for us to get there.
It would be cheap for us to get to. Imagine round one here at home. Excuse me while I eat. Imagine round one here and then round two at New Zealand.
It's a very greedy answer of you both. Okay. All right.
Where would you like to go?
Now, I had New Zealand in mind, but Tristan stole it.
Sorry.
Back to Malaysia.
Oh, I was going to say
Back to
that.
Malaysia.
Yeah. Yep. I was always so keen for the was it going to be the Vietnam Grand Prix that we never got?
Just really didn't. Yeah.
And the track looked cool, and it was going to be fairly close. And it was one year I was sort of eyeing off. I was like, I'll be able to get to that. And then we never got it. But so in similar fashion, I'd like to see one in Indonesia. Huge population in the world. I mean, obviously it's not a rich population, so yeah, there's not such the drive, I guess, to get a race there. But yeah, huge population. So Indonesia, I think, would be a good spot to go. But I am with Lewis. We do need to get to Africa. So.
Yep.
And I don't know where the best spot in Africa would be. I'm certainly not.
Kalami or Kiami or
yeah, well, that's what they've been looking at, isn't it? I mean, we used to have the South African Grand Prix, but I think they're looking at somewhere else, aren't they? So yeah, it'll be. I would like to get there. I know that's not a country. To name a country where I'd like for it to be.
Argentina also used to have the Argentinian Grand Prix. They used to the track there wasn't too bad off the top of my head.
Let's get in the race. For all intents and purposes, we got back into Formula 1 racing, and it was, let's see how the two championship contenders can start off this next part of the championship. You can't say a second half because it's, more than that gone, but it was looking like Lando was ahead, wasn't it, for the practice weekends, and there was this I'm a Liverpool supporter, and those people who understand Liverpool at the moment, I haven't been able to have a confidence in a team like Liverpool for most of my supporting life. And in the last 5 years, or 6 years probably, they've developed this confidence where you're like, oh no, they're going to come back, they're going to develop something. And Oscar is now doing that to me in terms of watching him. You know he's going to come back and he's going to show when it matters. And once again, I was like, I'm not getting stressed because I know Oscar has this under control. And lo and behold, he was a whole lot closer in qualifying than what we've seen throughout all the practices and even some parts of qualifying. And lo and behold, he went and stole it by, what was it? 12,000 of a second. And that was really important for this track, wasn't it? It was a huge moment, I think, in the championship, to be honest, because coming back from a row of results that Lando had been able to secure in the lead up to the break, and even though not necessarily secure them on pure pace, but had been able to sort of make the most of situations and had some fortunate things happen, and Oscar had been penalised a couple of times. And so it was who can take control first. And I thought this one, particularly seeing it's a hard to overtake track, he picked it up beautifully and only just. And I think it's going to be a really important pole position for the season.
Yeah, and then the way it all went down after that, I think it was a great pole. He actually was even quicker on the second lap, but then he just mucked up that last sector because he was he was a long way up in sector 1 and 2.
Yep.
And then that last sector he didn't improve, and I think Lando improved by a microsecond. But yeah, it was great. I'm sitting there watching it, and the kids laughing at me with my expressions. So,
so no, it was great to see. Thoughts on how important that pole lap was, Tristan?
Yeah, super important. I am a little bit the opposite to you because after practice, the gap was pretty sizable for me, half a second, quarter of a second, and consistently like that. And my gut told me that we weren't going to see it come through this. I was like, this is not.
And going on
this
last
is not
year.
happening. And going off last year.
Well, what I'm getting at is that was the old Liverpool. Is like, oh no, we're not on today. We're not coming back. Whereas the new Liverpool is like, no, you've got to give them a chance. They're going to see it out.
Yes.
And I'm starting to feel that way. I'm not quite there. The confidence isn't quite there, but I'm starting to feel that way about Oscar. He's going to learn.
Yep.
And he talks about that all the time. I had to work at this. I had to learn. I had to make some changes.
Yep.
And all of his tracks that he really struggled at last year in comparison to Lando have been strengths for him this year.
Yep.
And that's just such a great trait to have as a driver, as a young driver like this. So,
and he's looking forward to Monza next race. Like he seems to love that one. He had a bit of a grin on his face when they talked about next round. And
Yep, absolutely. So it's looking great in terms of Oscar fans, Australians. We're loving that part. Then we get into the race and we see a great race unfold. Lando doesn't. Well, they actually aced the start.
They both did, yeah. I thought he
aced the start, and then Oscar managed to shut him down, which was hugely critical for Lando, because what that meant was Lando had to get out of it, and it gave Max a chance to drive up around him, and it actually worked in Oscar's favour in the end.
And that slide by Verstappen, how he saved that and still overtook Norris was pretty cool.
Yep, and it probably spooked Norris a little bit too. I think he got out there. Because he's like, oh, where's this going? And then, that sort of gave Oscar a little bit of a starting point. He didn't have the pressure on him for those first couple of laps. He was able to build that gap, and then he built upon the gap and built upon the gap, and then we saw the race be controlled from there. I
thought Max's start forced his hand into covering that inside line on Lando, because Max got a really good start on the softs, and so by having such a good start, I think it forced Oscar inward to cover off
Lando.
Yep. Whereas if Max had just that standard start, it wasn't on the softs, I think going around the outside is definitely the best place to be.
I think Lando had the best start.
Lando definitely had the best start.
Yeah, I think Max
all played a part in that too.
Oh yeah, possibly.
Yep.
I think just the fact that Max could get involved was helpful. Yep. But anyway, it was there, and then it was just looking controlled, and I was expecting a Lando fight back, because generally Lando finds a moment through races where he's as competitive or can be a little bit more quick because they're obviously, I think they use their tyres slightly differently still.
Yes. Yep.
And so we see that change around a little bit, and I think sometimes Oscar is saving some tyres for an extra amount of time, so he's got some at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the safety car robbed us of that part.
Yes, yes. And
I think we saw Lando just sitting there, and Oscar was just starting to drag it back out, and then the safety car coming.
Yep. And then, and so then he had to go and then do all these things again because we saw safety car after safety car after safety car for the race, and it meant that he had to reset. And they're all slightly different. They were all in different moments. At one point, there was a change in tyres, and that meant, you've got to prepare those tyres, though, and get them ready for the next stint. It's not just about that start. Another time, they were looking after tyres and trying not to let them get too cool. And so they're all those restarts were all slightly different, but he handled them in different ways.
Yeah.
And he just did a great job of all those restarts, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought his initial gap was really different to this round because he kicked out into about 5 seconds, but then in rounds gone by, in the last 2 rounds, and even probably as far back as Silverstone, he's just gone disappearing down the road. And then each time something has occurred, he's lost that time back to whoever's in second. So by getting out to 5, but then he just sat there, and I feel like he's learnt from that don't burn your rubber because of the likelihood of a safety car, and you're going to lose that. So I reckon that was just a really different tactic that he employed this round as well, which I thought was good and allowed him to manage that gap about 2 seconds. I think they both had plenty in reserve, to be honest, with that 2 second gap. But, yeah, you could see that McLaren is working better in the free air than what it is as a follower.
And that's been the case all year.
Yeah.
That has been the case all year.
So that was really, really important that he had that too. I thought even just the pit stops, the double stacking as well, Lando played that really well, where he backed right out of it. He was about, I think it was 1.8 before the first round, and then backed out to 5.2.
Yep.
Just to give him that buffer so they could double stack as well. But yeah, I think both did things really well across the weekend.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Lando got really lucky with that pit stop because they moved that front left man to the back.
And the back left the back left didn't work. You were the first person I thought of when it happened.
Yeah,
did they actually move him?
I don't know, but it was the rear left this round. It was the rear left.
But because it was under the safety car, it didn't cost Lando the time.
No, and then that front jack getting caught too. There's an extra second or so there. So yeah, he kind of escaped with that one. But a couple of little errors, just little tiny things, they're magnified, aren't they? Just the tiniest thing at the moment is magnified.
But the conspiracy theorist in me just sat there waiting towards the end, waiting for, they're going to pit Lando, put him on fresh tyres, and he's going to pull that gap back and have a crack, or they'll get Oscar to come in. I was just worried about that.
And then not have Norris come in.
They asked the question, didn't they? They asked the question of
if there was a safety car now,
Oscar, what would you do? And Oscar said, I'll have fresh rubber. So I like that, and I like their being consistent with that.
So that came off. It came off, so they asked the question, and then it was a little bit further behind, but they said, what do you want? And there probably was the opportunity for Lando to stay out, but Lando came in as well. And that was, for me, I was like, thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them not to pit one and just let him see what he can do.
Yeah, that second pit stop, I breathed a sigh of relief.
Yes.
And I thought,
when he followed him in, I was like, thank goodness for that. I mean, you would assume...
Even if there was no safety car, I was still thinking in the back of my mind, they're going to bring in...
Yep, because the one stop was looking a possibility at one point, wasn't it? And
I think they're playing it really well as a team.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Just offering it, and then you live and die by your own sword with whatever call you want.
I couldn't agree more. I think they've written the book. I mean, it's pretty easy at the moment because both drivers get along pretty well.
Yep.
They're not particularly prickly customers. They don't tend to have a huge amount of competition from others. I mean, it's not like it's all their own way, but the championship's pretty wrapped up. You don't have to worry about losing the constructors at the moment because they're so far out in front.
They could take a break and come back, what is it, in the second last round?
But
and they'll still be in front.
So it could be all over in 2 races.
It can actually be over 2, which, I mean, it is, isn't it?
So, but at the moment, like they're making it look easy, but I think they are really dealing with it really nicely, particularly with the circumstances.
I read today that they've had a conversation with both of them around the likelihood of how, not the likelihood, around one of you is going to win and one of you is going to lose now. What do you want us to do if you lose? So if you don't win it. So I've read that. I've read that today.
What do you want us to do?
How do you want us to approach us? Do you want us to leave you alone? Do you want us to celebrate the winner and then come and see you? Do you want to just disappear and come back?
For a race win?
No, for the championship, so for the title.
Okay.
So if Lando loses, this is what I want you to do. Like, I want to disappear. I want you to come and console me. I want you to celebrate. I want to be part of the celebrations. I've read that they've had that conversation with both of them.
Oh, okay.
So that they know how to approach... Yeah, they know how to approach, I guess, the loser, really.
Yep.
Of it.
I mean, we haven't got to it yet, but so then we saw this great race, and then, for me, it is unfortunately, Lando had an engine failure, and it's done all sorts of things to the championship. I sort of feel like there's an element of it that's put it back to where it should have been.
Oh, couldn't agree with you
the points
more.
should have been around the 30 mark. However, I'm not complaining that they weren't there, because this is racing. This is what happens in racing. But I feel like it's probably a little bit more reflective of the form of the two drivers throughout this season.
Yep.
And so... But it's not through any fault of Lando's. And so, so I feel like it's put it there, but I'm also gutted because as nerve-wracking as it was, I was really enjoying this championship. And there's an other element of me that I'm really sick of people saying the championship's over.
It's not.
Because there is 9 races to go. There's so much to come in this season. I was having this
conversation on Monday with a workman. Like, Lando can win every race, and then he'll win by almost this margin that he's down.
Yes.
So it's absolutely not over. I thought, God.
There was a lot of that talking like,
But that was what the post-show for me on the broadcast was all about. It was like, oh my God.
Yep.
This is it. I'm not an anti-Lando, but geez, I cheered when that engine went.
Did you?
Like, nothing else.
And then that's the sports.
I just did, and that's just
the
a
sports
fan
person in you.
That's the fan
Absolutely.
in me. I don't dislike Lando. I really like what he did, but as an Oscar fan and like a countryman, I cheered like I did in 21 when Max took the lead. Like it was, honestly, I was absolutely beside myself. I've never been so happy. But again, I said I'm not a Lando hater. It's just that's the fan in me. I like that we've got a buffer. I feel like I can breathe now. Like I'm the opposite. Yeah. I'm hating spending my race weekends watching the timing gap and trying to work out what's he doing, where's he coming.
Yes.
I like
what's going to
that
happen
I've
next.
got a buffer and I can just enjoy next week. And it's all right. I take a breath.
Oscar can be second to Lando in the next 6 races and still have the lead.
I know, it's just I can take a breath. And if he comes second, if he comes second, then I'm all right with that this week at Monza. But if we were still, if we were a 2-point gap and he finishes second, I'm not all right. I'm very unhappy.
We talked about the high performance podcast that Max's high performance guy, who's not with him anymore, but was on, and he said one of the big things that Max changed in his mentality chasing championships was his understanding that second is a very good result for the championship because that race result isn't the goal. Yep. The championship's the goal.
Very Alain Prost-ish.
Yes, and that was a real changing in mentality for Max, that it wasn't all or nothing in each race. And I think that's sort of there's a little bit of an allowance now for Oscar where he has got that ascendancy where second is going to be okay when it needs to be. And that's going to be really important for him. So.
We saw that in the other race when he just wanted to know about Lando.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. And he is just so mature.
I tell you what, if he doesn't win it, I'll be shattered at you. I really will. To come this far with 9 to go.
Geez, you've changed your tune.
And if he doesn't win
over the summer break, you'll tell me you didn't think he was going to win it.
No, I still have this thing that like Zach Brown and him and Lando are besties. It's like going to a job interview. You've got 2 people equally as capable, and your bestie's in the interview. Of course, the bestie's going to get it. So Zach doesn't care. He gets a win regardless. So that's that conspiracy part of it. But now he's got that extra gap. I'm still not going to celebrate too early. But
it's the sporting moment that I'm missing in my life. Like, Ashes cricket, yes, tick, seen that. Watch my team win a grand final, tick, seen that. But Australian as world champion. Like, this is the moment I'm missing as a sports fan.
So it's on the line for the last race. If that's where he has to lock it up, secure it, do we need to set up a viewing spot, or do you want to do it separately?
I don't know.
I think we just fly over.
Well, that would be nice.
I'm sure we'll.
Do we want? And we're going to have the same conversation as what McLaren's had with the drivers. How do you want to deal with this situation if we one race to go?
I'll be shattered.
Do we want to watch it together in the headquarters, or do we want to do it separately?
No, we could watch it together. It's fine.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Okay.
like when my team loses, like when my football team loses, I have to spend the next day just understanding for myself why we've lost.
Yeah,
I feel like I'd do the same. I'd be scrolling through social media. Why did we lose this? Anyway,
George Russell came third in this race.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Isaac Hadja come third.
What am I looking at then?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
jeez.
What am I looking at?
Isaac Hadja. What a
Hadja.
star.
I tell you what, I thought of you, Shane, because I don't know why suddenly on the broadcast again we went from Isaac Hadja to Isaac Hadja. Like we just started pronouncing it differently. What a phenomenal podium. Like, what a
Sorry,
phenomenal
I'll take it all
podium.
back. Max came second.
Max
Next second, yeah.
came second.
I don't even know
Because
what I was looking at.
remember when Lando's engine blew up?
Yes. We just discussed that.
We
Yeah,
just
sorry.
talked
So
about
Max,
it, like-
let's talk about Max's race then.
Okay.
Before we get to our man, good race, good solid race. It was everyone expected him to come back at this track, didn't they? He's very good around here.
Yep.
Home crowd. He did well, didn't he? After there was a bit of a suspicion that maybe the Red Bulls had their day this season, but no, he managed to get himself up there again.
They've had a front wing upgrade, which a different attachment plate.
Yep.
Which looked like it was a little bit more aero efficient, so I think that helped around here too. But yeah, it was great. I mean, what more do you say? Second is brilliant now for him. He says he's out of it. I mean, he really is out of it, but there's still brilliant drives that I think we'll see throughout the year.
Yep.
The safety cars masked it, though. As soon as Norris got past him, he dropped a long way back.
Yes. Yep.
He knew. But
Hadja basically kept him within 2 seconds for the whole...
Yeah. May have not been allowed to overtake him.
No, well, yeah.
Sure not, but maybe. His teammate Yuki Tsunoda picked up a couple of points.
Ninth.
Couple of points.
Ninth, that's very nice. That's a pass mark this round.
Is it?
Yep,
No.
it's points. It's a pass.
It's a pass mark for points.
It's a pass mark
Okay.
for points in ninth.
Okay,
That's
second
all right.
to ninth. No.
I really
Fail.
want to see...
It's a pass mark.
I really want to see Max in a racing...
Yeah, everyone wants to see this, don't they?
Because if that car is going that well and you put him in it...
Oh, yeah, it seems like more of an all-round car, doesn't it?
Like, if they've got one more driver swap, haven't they? I'd be swapping Verstappen into that car.
Who have they had? Yeah, they probably have got one more.
They've had 3.
Lawson,
Tsunoda, and...
Hadja. Yeah. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting. And the season's over,
What
so...
have they got to lose? That could be the open
Yeah.
question. Would you?
Yeah.
Closing question.
Then Isaac Hadjar.
Brilliant.
Rookie on the podium. Have we had
Brilliant.
another rookie on the podium this year?
Yes, we have.
Yes, Kimi.
Kimi
Anselm.
in a race?
Yep.
Or own,
Yep.
Which one? Now,
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But
it
it was fourth in Australia, wasn't he? He was fourth in Australia. He was pole in Miami in the sprint.
An info thing, not a meme, but a thing come up today and it had the youngest podium getters and
Yep.
it had...
Hadjar was up there. It was brilliant. It was a fantastic qualifying that just sort of sprung me by surprise.
So he missed most of practice one?
Yep, missed most of practice one.
Practice two, sorry, because, he made the changes. And, it was like, oh, boy, this is not looking good, because we've been talking about he was flying, and then we've seen a little bit of a dip, and then, pulled this out, and
Brilliant.
it was solid all the way
And
through
then
that race.
He wasn't the sort of cork in the bottle that everyone expected him to be. He generally kept pace ahead, not with the front three, but definitely kept well ahead of the Ferraris. Charles could not get by him.
Yep.
George was having a difficult time making any sort of gains as well, and he didn't become that real, locomotive at the front of the
he drove
train.
beautiful. And watching the emotion at the end, like he didn't know what to do, and then someone patted him on the back and
fantastic.
pointed, there's your team. And
Just fantastic. That's
bolted.
what we watch it for, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's that kind of stuff.
It was nearly as good as a first-time winner. we love a first-time
so
winner
good,
on here.
yeah.
And
Love the first time,
Yeah.
but that's true.
Yep.
Hopefully many more for him. Hopefully many more.
Oh, absolutely.
But just, brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant.
George Russell, came fourth. Hadjar's teammate. We do this in teammate-y sort of things. His teammate came 12th.
He caused... he didn't actually cause the accident, according to...
Yeah, the stewards.
He
was looking all right, though, wasn't he? He was actually...
He qualified in the top 10. And
he was well and truly in there, and he was fighting with sights, and they came together, and that was the end of his race. But he was actually performing pretty well too, and he's sort of had a bit of an upturn as well. So George Russell, fourth, as I said.
Just a bit of a nothing weekend for me.
And he got damage from the contact.
With Charles.
Did he get lucky on that one? It seemed like he was driving across lots of stones to overtake.
No, that was
Charles.
That was Charles on the stones.
Charles on him. That was Charles on the stones
got past him.
Oh, jeez, what race was I watching?
Charles looked like he got an advantage because he was on the gravel.
Yep. Yeah, all wheels were on the track. Yeah. Okay, yes, that's right. Yes.
All wheels were
Sorry. Not all wheels left the track, I don't think, did they?
No, I think two on, two off for me.
Yep.
If you call,
Yep. But it looked worse because he was all over the gravel, didn't it?
Yep. So picked up a bit of damage there, but I generally thought it was a bit of a nothing weekend for Mercedes.
Yeah,
Probably
he let Antonelli past. He did the same thing, and
I mean, I know they've had rounds where they haven't scored well, but I feel like they've raced all right. It was messy this weekend. Like, it was real messy. It wasn't clean in any way. Like, he's sort of stumbled to fourth, I feel. Should have made gains, really, on Hadjar, to be quite honest, when you look at the machinery that they're both in, and then just didn't, and then didn't finish that far ahead of Williams and a Haas. So, I don't know.
You've got to remember, though, that looking at the times, the safety car only left with 3 laps to go, but
It's not a racetrack that suits the Mercedes in any way, shape or form. That's, I think, to pick up a fourth, I mean, I know the Ferraris left the race, but to pick up a fourth on a racetrack that doesn't suit you is not bad. However,
but just even making inroads on anyone.
Yeah. However, they weren't going to be fourth because it was the Norris there, and the Ferraris looked like they were going to get them as well. So
one Ferrari.
Yeah,
probably poorer weekend. I feel for me.
Yep. His teammate Kimi Antonelli did a really rookie thing on the weekend, didn't he?
Yeah,
he looked a bit rookie-ish on the weekend. I'm not sure he's up to Formula One.
Oh! I thought he was I tell you what. I thought his penalty was light on because it was a really abrupt move on Charles. Really abrupt.
That's what I mean. Like, rookies might be generous.
Yep.
A rookie move.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was really brazen and abrupt. Had minimal control coming in and just, I don't know. I mean, I could see what he was trying to do, but it all went wrong the moment he made that call. I thought he was really lucky to get the penalty he got.
What were you expecting, a stop go?
I tell you what, a stop go. I really feel like a stop go would have been correct because he just T-boned Charles and he was out, and then he sort of kept going for a bit, and I thought, you can't take points home here after that. So I was all for, and I think it was probably an opportunity missed by the stewards, to be quite honest, to have a really firm penalty for what was a really, really poor move. A really poor move.
I think going off previous penalties they've given for instance, I think that one looked worse because it was where it was in that banked section. But I think for penalties, I think it's been a 10-second.
Yeah,
but for me, I'm with you. We're giving 10 seconds for cutting tracks. And it's worse than cutting tracks,
this
isn't
is the sort of, we weren't ahead at any stage. We weren't battling into the corner. It was literally, I'm going to dive in from a mile back, and all I've done is put you straight in the wall.
So he had an off early in practice as well. It just, for me, I wonder if he's on my whiteboard, I've got an area for pretenders. And I'm wondering if Kimi is a pretender. It's a bit early yet. He's not ready for a Mercedes drive in Formula One as far as I'm concerned. They've made a mistake.
Jacques Villeneuve's comments really threw me, as most of the things he says on the weekend.
What did he say? I try not to listen to him. He said
that he should be at George's standard by now, and I'm not sure why or where he would think that Kimi Antonelli should be driving at George's standard.
Well, I think what he's suggesting is if someone's going to be employed at Mercedes, he should be showing more.
The way that he framed that was that they should be neck and neck for every round. Just the way that he framed that, and I thought, no, that's not even remotely close.
I don't expect him to be at George's standard. We didn't expect Oscar to be at Lando's standard until, this year. We were hoping to see that.
It is a lot of races, though. Like, we've done 14 races, 15 races.
But don't forget,
in the old days, that's a year over. It's a year.
He's come from not much, though. Like, he only just nabbed a podium and a win here or there in F2. Like, he hasn't come from really good, consistent, successful rounds and weekends. There's not a lot there, and I'm big on that, with the exception of a handful. Like, you got to show form coming in, and I don't know.
It's almost like he's got Lance Stroll mentoring him.
Well,
he does that one mistake.
I don't think that applies this round, mate. To be quite honest, when you look at where
Lance Stroll,
you look at what young Lance did this round, I think that's.
Are you feeling okay?
But Lance had 2 crashes. He had 2 crashes. Antonelli's had his crash. Just when you think Antonelli's going okay, hang on, and something just goes wrong.
Yep.
So he was racing okay.
That's it.
Next up is Alex Albon in the Williams. The Williams had they were having a lovely weekend, and then Carlos Sainz managed to get himself in a tangle again and tipped himself out of the points again.
Who's having a worse year, Lewis or Sainz?
Well, the expectation it would be Lewis.
Lewis. Lewis was very ordinary across the weekend.
Oh, he was ahead of
across the weekend.
He was ahead of Charles in a couple of practices, and then he didn't
He
quite
spun
get
it like
but
three
did
times.
spin it a lot in practice.
Yeah. I mean, there's part of me that's like, oh, at least he's pushing it. At least he's not just holding back. At least he's pushing the car to the point where it is spinning. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, Sainz has been a real disappointment. But let's talk about Alex Albon and that Williams.
No, just
deflecting from the Williams.
I brought it up. But yeah, no. So Alex Albon in the Williams,
started
very
15th.
good, very good result. Yeah.
How many points were you giving him this week, Shane? Because he got 3 for 6.
Actually,
and he's 5th.
Yeah, well, that's true. He should be high. I mean, there's some other good contenders in there, but I would have thought your points would reflect his performance, Tristan.
You thought wrong.
I don't know why you hate him so much. I just don't understand it.
I don't hate him. I'm just
Williams. You hate Williams.
I feel about it.
I don't understand why you hate Williams so much.
You know.
Seems strange.
Yeah.
Seems strange.
No, I'm a strange person.
Yeah, well, that's also very true. Oliver Behrman did an Oliver Behrman race weekend, didn't he? He's done some pretty ordinary things this year, and then he's come out with some great results as well, hasn't he?
I think
started last.
Up there for one of the rookies of the season. But then he makes a mistake, and you're like, oh, maybe he's coming out of the Lance Stroll Academy as well.
Yeah, well, second last. Started second last. So 19th to 9th. Well, Lance didn't set a time.
No, they did a penalty, and he actually started one behind Lance.
Did he?
Mm.
Oh, there you go.
They had some sort of change, and they started actually in 20th.
So, yeah, very impressive. He's, picked up some good points over Ocon, because, Ocon was seeming to get all the points at the moment for that team. But, he's picked up some nice points. Ocon finishing in 10th, though, as well, which is pretty decent.
Oh, the Haas had a nice weekend, didn't they? They were they've had a pretty poor month.
You were talking them up before the Christmas break, though.
I thought they were really going to be on the move.
You've been on them.
But, they've had a poor month, but it was a nice round this weekend for them.
Yep, absolutely. And then Lance Stroll putting on an absolute show.
And the Astons.
Spectacular driver.
Overtook his teammate.
I think that Aston really missed an opportunity this weekend.
Absolutely.
Because practice 2, and I jumped on him in fantasy. I did, because I thought, just wait, practice 1.
It's a very Fernando Alonso thing to do, though.
But they were there, and then it was consistent. And sometimes you get your practice session with someone to pop up third, and you're like, ooh.
Well, Stroll popped up.
Disappeared. So Stroll was third,
was Alonso.
And then Fernando was second.
Yeah, they both do it.
The pace was there.
They do glory runs.
And I just thought, we've missed a trick here, and it just wasn't happening. And then Lance was just doing Lance things.
But you put him in fantasy as well.
I did.
This is why
I wrestled with this.
Now I understand.
I didn't sleep. It was 3 a.m. I was waking up in cold sweats. I'm like, what do I do?
Now
I
understand.
I put him in.
I didn't put Lance in, but I changed the racing ball to...
I saw he did.
And then when...
I nearly spewed on my computer.
And then I vomited on myself after qualifying, and he put it straight in the wall, and I thought, you idiot, what did you do that for? But then, lo and behold, how?
It's amazing how buyable you are with a few fantasy points, I tell you.
Yeah, that's correct. Anyway, so 7th, and Fernando had a really difficult mid-race, didn't he? But he rolled the dice with the new tyres and then did the overtaking that he really needed to do.
It's a very Fernando Alonso thing to do. I mean, it paid off for him in the end, but if anyone's going to roll the dice with some tyres...
And it just works.
Alonso would have given it.
But he sort of knows. That's where that experience comes in. He knows what he's got to do. You had to be, 7/10, I think it was?
If he's well and truly in the points, he'll drive the most boring race he possibly can.
And
if he's outside the points, he'll roll the dice, and part of me loves it.
He made the moves he needed to make, so that was great.
And he didn't have to make too many because he just made that time up. It was exactly the same as Stroll.
Yeah, it was that block of 5, wasn't it? And the safety car, Stroll pitting early, and then the safety car come in, rocketed him from last to 10th.
And so Stroll overtook Fernando Alonso, didn't he?
At some stage, because he Because he started obviously last, and then he pitted really early, made the gap up.
I don't know that he did.
He
I don't know that he passed it. I'm very happy to prove him wrong, but
there was a moment where
I feel like he was 10th and Fernando dropped back.
So Fernando
I think Fernando made a mistake because I reckon
yeah.
Behrman got him as well in that moment.
Because there was about 5 that he was wrestling with, and Sonoda was the one.
I wasn't going to admit it, but I think he must have.
Sonoda was the one that was doing nothing on the fresh tyres and becoming really well. He was really the.
And it must have been an overtake because the team didn't turn around and say, okay, let Lando back pass now. That's Fernando back pass. So
now, I'm going to show you how it's done. Okay.
Okay.
My apologies, Franco Colapinto.
Oh,
You've had a great race weekend. Well done in a car that can't get itself around. You finished in 11. I've been very critical of you in your career so far. I'm going to make an apology. You had a great weekend.
one weekend is enough for you.
Still didn't qualify.
One weekend.
What did I say? I apologise.
Will you be jumping on social media and
I admitted
fanboying him?
Did you listen to what I said?
I did hear what you said.
I said, well done, you had a good weekend.
I know, then you apologise. Not sure that warrants an apology.
That's how gratitude works, my friend.
That's not gratitude. I tell you what, I'll believe you and I'll buy into this if I see you on their social medias or someone that looks like you. I don't know who it is. And if you jump on and be like, wow, team.
Go team.
Go Alpine.
Together.
Go team togetherness. And then just a bulk of love heart emojis after it.
And good on Flavio Briatore for hanging out with really young supermodels over his Christmas break, you fat fucker. Oh, man, he's a disgusting man.
Flav's press conference was brutal in just the way his assessment.
Yes, he's a horrible human being.
Yeah, it was brutal. But at the same time, brutal yet correct. Like, it's been a worse showing up until this. Obviously, the checkered
he
flag.
Actually admitted he got it wrong too.
Yeah. But that's what we've all been saying. So, I don't.
Welcome to the show.
So
welcome to the party.
11th is that's good. But I tell you what, it's not season saving. Like, it's really not for me.
It's amazing that he.
It's still I was being a bit of a smart.
Yeah. It's doing nothing for me, that 11th. It really isn't. Like, if you're going to do that for the next month, I'll start to buy into it. But far out. And look, the amount of position changes that those two were asked to do throughout the race, I think it was like 4 in total. Swap position, swap. I don't think they knew what they were doing. I really don't.
No.
So I'm not quite sure. I can't even tell you why the position was asked to be swapped at the end, because it was just happening, and it didn't sit with me as to.
Well, they were on very different tyre strategies, and so that was their.
But we were just throwing out swap position. I'm thinking,
it's amazing with his criminal record that a huge company actually lets him be in charge. Like, I mean, he fled so he didn't get extradited and put in jail.
We're talking about Alpine. Yeah. They are a strange company that have no interest in good people in their teams. Kick Sauber, we haven't mentioned anything of them. They had a real nothing weekend. You must be disappointed.
Yeah, I am actually. I'm a little bit flat on that. Portoletto stalled at the start and got mugged by 6.
So
that didn't help.
Was a terrible start.
That didn't start. It was a shocking start.
I was expecting to see you turn up in fluoro green at some stage.
Well, yeah, hey,
the way you've been talking
I'm
about
all
them.
aboard him. But I don't know. And look, Hulk was there. Yeah, just wasn't much. I mean, not down on Hulk because his results in his races have been spectacular. But I think Portoletto he had a shocking start. That was a bad weekend. Line through it. Roll on the Monza.
We haven't discussed these guys yet because they didn't get a finishing car, but Ferrari were upbeat.
Oh boy, about what?
They were upbeat about the progress they'd made. Lewis was upbeat. The team were upbeat. Fred was upbeat. It was like, oh, okay, interesting. This is a very Ferrari thing to be upbeat about. But
yeah, we've spun, we've been cleaned up, and we're going home with nothing. I tell you what, the only thing they've got to be upbeat about is
the season's only 9 races away from finishing.
The season is only 9 races away.
Hang on, there is one record
we're
not
winning.
What's the record?
We're not winning in Monza. We're not.
Lewis is getting very close to the worst Ferrari
I
debut
did see
in
this.
history.
Yeah, I did see this.
In
actually.
history.
Yeah.
Ferrari fans are on suicide watch right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, now, special liveries and the inability of Ferrari to do them correctly in any way, shape, or form.
There's nothing special about a special livery.
Well, there's nothing. It's at all whatsoever. So this morning, we've been teased with a Ferrari covered in blankets, and it's like on the Monza.
Sorry.
And we've got blue hats.
Sorry, who's being teased?
Well, we are,
Not we.
Oh, I am.
You're the only sucker in this room,
I know,
friend.
and I'm looking at
over and over. They have broken your heart.
Then we're sitting in front of Niki Lauda's Ferrari, and I'm thinking, this, just bloody do it properly. For God's sake, or stop.
I want to have a dad chat with you.
Okay. Fire. Listen, good. You go.
Listen. I know you love her so dearly.
I do love them.
And I know that she's pretty, and I know that she...
correctly.
When you're with her...
I know.
You love her so much and she makes you feel good, but she's not good for you as a person, Tristan.
I could not agree with you more.
And I'm talking about Ferrari special liveries.
I know you're talking.
She teases you over and over, and then she drags you back in, and then you have your heart broken. You come in with your head down, dragging your feet.
I don't know why we're blue.
Stop getting excited because they're not going to do anything.
And then you've got loudest Ferrari there. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to just see a bigger HP logo, that's for sure.
Stop looking at those dirty photos on your phone.
If they turned up at Monza with blue, surely it'd be an outrage.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. It won't happen. But they tease Tristan every time.
If you're going to do it, I'm just saying. This is going to be the last straw before the last straw. Right? We might get another couple
But anyway,
opportunities.
they were happy. They'd come up with a solution. They came up with a solution in a way to race that car when it didn't have to be on its guts wearing out the plank. And they were positive about it, because that's been the biggest hold-up. They can't run the car as low as it needs to run. You help yourself, I don't anymore. It can't run as low as it needs to run for it to be deemed legal at the end of the race, because they're getting too much wear. And so it's just holding them up in such a terrible way. And so at the moment, what we've got to look at what have they changed to make this work, and how much has it made it change. They were competitive against the Mercedes. I'm not sure if that's the bar you need to be happy about, though, is it? Because, didn't seem there.
Not at all.
Lewis was right on edge, but I'm hoping that... And I couldn't care less if Lewis wins or not. It's quite funny watching him go the way it is, but for the interest sake of Ferrari, I'm hoping that he was just pushing the boundaries because he was really trying to push this development of this team and get a better understanding of it. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. But I just don't want to see you heartbroken again. They're not going to do anything.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm going to hold out hope until
when you're
Friday.
Sad, we're sad.
I know.
Not really. We're very happy.
I reckon they'll get a podium in Monza.
It happens every time. Performance-wise, I'm confident that they'll win.
Win?
I'm confident they win. Livery-wise, they're going to break your heart.
Not a chance. They're not even coming close to winning.
Thank you to all
So
sides.
who's going to win?
3, 2 and 1. We'll
out
get
of the
there.
two, it would have to be... You'd have to put your money on Charles, wouldn't you?
I would have to put my money on Charles, yeah.
But they're not going to win.
3, 2 and 1. Thanks to all signs. Thank you, all signs. Who's your 3, 2 and 1's going to this week?
Hadjar's getting 3.
Yeah, I think that's a great choice. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oscar's getting 2.
He had a great race.
He had a fantastic race.
And Alex Albon. Well done, Tristan. It's about time you came around.
I'm going to give one to Lance. I'm going to give one to Lance. I'm giving it to Lance because...
Why?
Because it was last. We didn't even set a qualifying time. We binned it in practice, and we've come home in 7th. And it hurts me.
Good Lord.
It hurts me, and I will wear it.
Exactly the same as Ollie.
And I will wear it. But
good Lord. But Oliver Behrman was ahead of him.
But Behrman doesn't suck.
So
So that's what makes this a little bit more glorious. So I've got to give it to him. And he repaid the faith in fantasy as a bit of an extra sidekick there.
So hang on.
So Lance
the way you give out your points is if you suck,
that's how it works.
You get some points, my friend.
He gets what? Yeah, I have to. Credit where credit is due, and probably the only time credit's due, but he gets one. He gets one. Last, no quality time. Didn't even practice.
I thought I came back rusty.
Turned up 45 minutes late to the car every round. I don't even know he made it to the track on Thursday. He just rolled in at race day, found out where he was, and off he went.
That's because he's a prick.
And he said, I'll have 7th. Thanks very much. What a man.
Shane, 3, 2 and 1. Talk some sense.
This mightn't be very popular.
Oh.
No.
3 points.
Oh, no, he's not going to go Piastri.
3 points Piastri.
Oh, no.
I am.
You have changed your tune.
No.
Because I reckon for the last however many rounds, you've literally started every episode with I hate Oscar.
No, I don't hate Oscar.
That's borderline like, we're not winning, he's not doing this.
He does just so Oscar doesn't break his heart.
I see how it is. It's all it's
psychological.
It's psychological. You've had your Oscar beanie on the whole time. You've been like, we're not winning.
Yeah, I know. I had the Oscar shirt on too yesterday.
The summer break did you good then, mate.
No, just for the fact that he got a Grand Slam.
Well,
like he's gone pole. Led every lap.
Did he?
Yep, led every lap. Grand Slam. Fastest lap.
What's the
fastest lap? Don't you have to have every practice session as well for a Grand Slam?
No, Grand Slam is just pole, lead every lap, and win and fastest lap.
Well,
They even said it. They've had it on the...
Yeah, right.
So I'm giving 3 for a Grand Slam, but they don't come along.
First, I think.
They don't come along very often.
Seb used to get them all the time, didn't he? He used to love
I
going
think he only had
for
5 or 6
them. Yeah,
years.
it's pretty good.
Well, Oscar's got 1.
Yep.
It's 1 more than Lando. 2 to Hadjar, obviously, and obviously 1 to Alex. 1 to Alex.
Okay.
No explanation needed.
Yep.
Here's your Grand Slam. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to Isaac Hadjar for 3 points. I think he is the correct choice. I'll go to 2 for Oscar. Oscar had a fine race weekend, had a Grand Slam apparently. But yeah, just to be able to negotiate those restarts. Wonderful to see that. And then 1 point to Alex Albon is the correct answer because he hasn't been flying lately, but it was a good comeback. So
there you go. Here's some Grand Slam facts for you, mate. Jim Clark has 8, Lewis has 6. Ascari, Schumacher, Verstappen have 5. Then you got Stewart, Senna, Mansell, Seb have 4. And then you can go through 3s and 2s and 1s. But then down the bottom with the 1s, Fernando has 1. 2010 in Singapore.
Fernando hasn't had a season where he's dominated, though, has he?
This is just Grand Slams.
No. But to get a Grand Slam, he generally got to dominate.
So 2010. 2010, he had it in Singapore. Yep. Charles had 22 in Australia, and Oscar is the newest inductee into that in 25.
Where was Charles?
Charles is 2022 in Australia.
Oh.
So there you go. There's a lot of others. Sterling Moss,
Jack
Hickey, Claire Regazzoni, PK Brabham, Hakkinen have 2, Hawthorne, Sterling Moss.
And does it say what it composes of? Do you need the fastest lap?
Yeah, Grand Slam is a feat achieved by a driver who wins the Grand Prix from pole, leading every lap of the race and seeing the fastest lap of the race. So yes, you are correct, mate.
So you don't need to be leading every race?
Yes, you need to lead every lap.
Every lap.
And fastest.
Lead every lap.
Oh, the 4. There you go.
So there you go. Very good.
Oh, because there's 4 Grand Slam titles, isn't there, in tennis?
I don't know if they got it from that, but anyway.
There you go. Cool. Dud of the day.
Now I don't know if this is dud or hero because I'm conflicted.
Okay.
So give me your thoughts. But when Charles finished in the abrupt manner that he did, he went and sat on the sand dunes, and then really sulky, downtrodden, and then it looked like he was going to head back to the Ferrari motorhome, but then photographers converged on him, and Charles thought, "Here's my opportunity for a photo shoot." And
so when I sit down.
And he sat and he didn't move.
Do you know that he started moving back away?
He walks away, and then he said, it's like a split second, and then all these photographers come rushing up to him, and he sees the
had his Fernando Alonso moment.
He sits down, and then there are photos of it everywhere over social media. Even he posted one of himself on the sand dunes.
I saw them taking photos of him. I didn't realise he had walked away and came back for
the
it.
Ferrari media photographer is there himself. That's where the phone came from. So he got handed a mobile phone by the team photographer, and then he watched the race on the sand dunes the whole time with these 4 or 5 photographers circling him, just snapping photos. So I don't know if that's a real dud that you just sat there and took the opportunity just to get a free photo shoot.
There is an element of it.
Or if it's a hero because you've taken the opportunity.
He wanted
to get
his Fernando Alonso in the deck chair moment.
He did, didn't he? And it was just so. I'll see if I can find where's this one.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm confused. There it is. Oh, no.
This isn't good podcasting.
I know. Go on to Charles's Instagram. Look at him. Oh, no. I've just been crashed. Let me look off into the distance and put my shoulder on my neck. Contemplate what could have been if I had have won. Look at that.
What? Good question. What could have been if he hadn't have?
Maybe 4th might have been on there. I tell you what. I thought his move on George was brilliant. It was aggressive. It was elbows out. It was like, get out of the way. Been crying out for that from Charles.
He was a little bit naughty.
He's too nice. He's too nice.
But it wasn't. It
was a bit naughty later when he did late
Yep.
moving under braking. But yeah,
he's actually quite bad at that. Actually,
crack at him. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm conflicted. Is it dud? Is it hero? I'm going to put it in sort of half and half for each this week.
Okay.
Let me know your thoughts. I might do a social media.
I'm struggling with dud.
I'm going to go Kimmy. Kimmy, I've already had a little crack at him, but it was a shocking move. It was a terrible move. He just needed to get through the race. He was looking okay through the race, and then let himself down big time. You are in the big time now, my friend. Not only in the big time, you're in one of the big teams. So you've got to be better than this. You've got to be better than this, Kimmy.
Probably Lewis for me.
Really?
Well, he spun a lot, as you said, threw it the wall.
Yep. And then was positive after the race when he's been so downtrodden.
Yep.
That's the thing, like, you just can't guess what Lewis you're going to get, can you?
And Fernando actually cracked me up with his sulking. But yeah, anyway. Probably Lewis or Zach, for just half smiling when Oscar
I was
won.
a bit of Zach watching. I was watching this.
I was wondering if you were
I've
gonna go
been on
Zach.
this. I'm like, what are we doing? How excited?
Yep.
No,
he was more pumped, again, on the Instagram page. He's more pumped when he goes over to Lando and he gives him a big slap on the arm. And I'm like...
Yeah, Lando didn't appreciate that either at the time.
It's like, hang on, he didn't win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Don't know.
It's,
I'm watching it.
It is
I'm watching it with bated breath.
Yep. Let's go fantasy.
Hang on, what about our heroes?
Heroes? You got heroes?
Oh, have you got a hero?
Yeah.
Go for it.
The blokes that hid their beer in the sand dunes so they didn't have to pay astronomical prices, dug it up. It was on someone's social media, these blokes.
I did see these guys.
We've all done it when we've been camping as young kids, I'm sure. But
I did see these.
But
it was
yeah,
very
it was
good.
funny. And they're just digging out this and they're throwing the cans to each other and people are sitting there videoing them. So... yeah, anyway, they were my heroes.
Yeah, I like that.
There you go. No, we're not on the fantasy. We're on F1.5.
I am way out of form,
You
aren't
are
I?
still...
F1.
You are borderline dud for the round,
Oh,
that's for sure.
lost it.
We're F1.5.
Out of form.
Greatest championship in the world, bar none. We have got many a driver, and by many I mean everyone except for two, who is in triple figures at the moment. So it's bog points galore. Fastest lap this week goes to your man,
Franco
Colapinto. So welcome to the fastest lap party.
It's going to wreck all understanding of what's happened in the
Your
racing
man,
this year.
I feel
Giving
good.
him 5 points for that. It's just ruined F1.5.
I feel really good about getting on Hadjar early. And yeah, as Colapinto is your man, I think you should be celebrating. If the 11th doesn't get you up and about, fastest lap will.
Ridiculous that
Ridiculously good.
Ridiculous that you give him.
Anyway,
It's going to skew his points now.
It is. No, it's not.
You've
it's
ruined
correct.
F1.5
Absolutely
for this,
haven't. So, as always, it's random order, and then I'm going to give you a fourth, because it's fun to see who's in fourth, and then we're going to go third, second, and first. 33 points. Sit your man, Colapinto, which is great. Need to
30 of those from the fastest lap.
28.
Spreadsheet is getting quite long here. I need to scroll. That's
so
better.
28 points in actual fact. Okay.
Liam Lawson, 126. Then you've got Bortoletto. And again, we know Bortoletto's having a brilliant year, but 69 points is just... it's just not doing it, is it? I need my glasses. Here they are.
Hang on. Did he just say, we know he's having a brilliant year,
He is having
on
a good
69.
year.
but not having
But not having a good
brilliant
year.
year?
No, that's right. He is having a great year.
Is he?
I think he's driving really well.
I wouldn't say year. He's had a nice patch.
I think he's had a good year.
I think 69 points
I think
proves
he's had
that.
a good year. 69 points there. Then you got Pierre Gasly, 125. Lance Stroll ticks over the triple figure mark, 106. Then you got Behrman, 121. You've got Sainz as well. Would you say Sainz and Behrman are having even years? Because they are. 121 each. And then the fourth place man last week has been dislodged.
Ooh.
So Ocon is now fifth on 141 points.
Good.
In fourth place is Hulkenberg on 145. Third place.
Hang on.
You've thrown Roger because you've actually gone from fifth place up, and that's never happened.
No, I mentioned fifth. So he's
Yeah.
fifth.
So he got dislodged from fourth
He's down into fifth
by who?
by Nico Hulkenberg. So Hulkenberg is fourth.
But Hulkenberg got less points than him over the round.
Hulkenberg is fourth. So
Hang on.
because I know I added the fastest laps from the other week, so it plays a big role in it.
So in other words, you haven't been keeping up each week.
I missed the fastest lap round.
Okay.
I missed the fastest lap round. I'll own that. Sorry, listeners.
So he really hasn't
You're very
overtaken
impressed
him.
with my
So
quick math,
listeners,
aren't
I'm
you?
impressed with your quick
No,
math.
so he didn't actually
So
overtake.
141, and then you got Hulkenberg on 145, and then the great man has just rocketed to stardom. He's in third on 152, and then in second place, Hadjar takes home the win this round, 178 for Hadjar, but Alex Albon stretched his legs, unfortunately, and got 18 points, finishing second with 232. So we're 60 odd
points.
60 odd points, 66 with 9
It's
to
gettable.
go. Oh, absolutely, it's
gettable in
It's
this championship.
gettable. So we'll see how we go with that. I think.
I just want to see if they're going to add some bonus points or something.
We'll see how we go. But it's that middle patch. I think Hadjar's going to rue not banking the points when Albon forgot to take the title and be promoted.
Tristan's a bit like Zach Brown. He will just skew it so that
It sounds like something happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely have favourite people. I'm not one of those people like, oh no, you're all my favourites. No, some people are not my favourites.
Poor Alex.
It's how the world works.
Such a nice
It's how the world works.
Good driver.
Fantasy.
F1 fantasy.
Thanks to Chris at Dr. Auto Art. Now, Chris. Oscar has won a few races.
How many Oscar prints are there?
Well, I love Chris, and Chris does great things for us. But, Chris, I don't know if you know, but Oscar has won some races. There's a couple that he won.
9?
Yeah.
7.
In his career,
7
this
this
year.
year.
7 this year. And after Silverstone, and then we're still waiting on Shane's Alex Albon's 6th place
Well, it's
print.
5th place now.
Well, we want a 6th and a 5th now. So I understand that Chris, you're probably busy with the Alex Albon prints because they'll be flying off the shelves. But I have not seen an Oscar win poster yet or a print. So please, Chris, please. Oscar won on the weekend.
I think Chris is very big.
There is lots of Lando because I was going through before I came tonight, and I was like, "Do I buy a print?"
There's none.
There's one down the bottom.
There's
one
one, is there?
right down the bottom, but there is lots of Lando prints. So, Chris, we know that Lando is good marketing and he sells lots of prints. I get that.
You make a good point there.
Yeah, they
It
sell
is
lots
a
of prints.
business.
It's a business, and I get that. And I know that you are tied up.
How cool's the Hulkenberg one?
With the Alex Albon print, but Chris, I need to see an Oscar Piastri print like now.
Oh, I do like
ASAP.
that. I do actually really like that Lando one too.
Thanks to Chris at Dr. Auto Art. He get on his Instagram.
Check out this Hulkenberg one. Isn't that magnificent? I like that. I'm surprised you don't have it, Tristan.
What's that? Sorry, the
Hulkenberg one. The
yeah,
green.
I didn't mind that one.
You love them.
I didn't really. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, thanks to Chris. Get on his Instagram, his Facebook, his Redbubble, email, subscribe,
so cool.
all that kind of stuff. Today is National Blueberry Popsicle Day.
And I love it.
And if you know someone who likes blueberries and popsicles at the same time, then getting one of Chris's fantastic prints is exactly what you need for that special person in your life. It's also National Another Look Unlimited Day. I'm not sure what that is.
Unlimited what? Sorry, repeat that.
National Another Look Unlimited Day.
It's a bit different.
I don't know what that is. So if you like looking unlimited times,
I look in the mirror and look completely
unlimited
different.
times,
I think I look.
and it's or tomorrow's National US Bowling League Day if you're American only. So anyway, thanks to Chris, thanks to Fantasy, thanks to everyone who plays Fantasy. Top three place getters will take home one of those great prizes at the end of the season in 9 rounds' time. Now, we did a great job this week, all of us. So, if you enjoy listening to us berate each other about our scores, this segment is not for you.
Oh, I'll still find a way.
We've all done a great job.
Who was the best of the lot of us?
Paul Cook. Paul Cook came home in first place for the round on 280.
Oh, well done, Paul.
Then it was Alison Johnson on 268 with Kyle Norton. Richard Davies in fourth. Aaron Norton on 265. Stuart Massey 261. You scored 258.
So I was the best of the lot of us.
Paige scored 255. Shane scored 253, and I scored 250.
Wow.
And
So that is the top.
No chips.
Let's just see where Sam is, because there might be a chance for us to bag something.
Well, there might be. Sorry, I will scroll down. I actually used my unlimited because I got a little bit nervous after the practice session.
Did you?
But that's okay. It's just one of those you can make.
What's the unlimited do?
He's just dropped the bombshell. He's used the unlimited in the wrong race.
No, sorry, the wild card. Sorry,
What's the wild card?
You can just make as many changes as you like without
No, it's unlimited.
Nah, unlimited is just
changes.
Sorry,
Changes. Yeah, you can't just.
So you've wasted it.
No, I was pretty comfortable with it. It's a real nothing chip. That one, yeah. 25th place for Sam on 223 points. So that's where he.
How many?
223 points.
It's actually not that bad for Sam.
It's actually not that bad. So we've done all right. And then the top 10 overall looks a little bit like this. Jolyon Dyer leads all comers on 3,461. It's pretty tight at the top, to be honest. David Rojas, 3,425. Andy Tails, 3,317. A little bit of a gap there. Dean Holt, 3,303. Chloe Anderson's in 5th. Nicola Taylor in 6th. Dino Bandini in 7th on 3,153. Roman Merrick is in 9th. Roman Merrick is in 8th. Emily Bruton is in 9th on 3,140. And I am in 10th. 1 point behind, 3,139. You are 14th, mate, on 3,102. That's not too bad.
I'm way down the bottom.
Very good.
That's pretty good.
But I am beating
And then,
Sam.
where are you, mate? Yeah,
about 40-something.
40, yeah, that's not
And you're
great.
beating Sam by many?
No, 150 points or so.
Okay, it's still on.
That's
still on.
Yeah, that's not too
What do we
bad.
just? Tell you, we've had a couple of suggestions. I want more suggestions for the penalty for the loser.
Okay, that's fair.
I want more suggestions
Yep,
in our feedback for the penalty
As
for
to
the
what
loser.
that is,
What
yep.
can the penalty be?
yep. I don't know.
Should it be a plunge in my cold pool before I turn my heating on?
Don't
Oh,
be
no, I'll be warm by then.
It would be long by then, wouldn't it? Yeah. So anyway, I took the plunge with Aston. They did all right. 21 for Lance and 13 for Fernando. So anyway, but they're back out this week. If you had Ferrari, yikes.
Yeah.
That cost you constructor -4. Ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
So that
I found a second Piastri one on Dr. Auto Art. Yep.
Oh, did you? Where's that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was right down the bottom.
Yep, that's fair. So anyway, thanks to Chris. Subscribe, get around all these terrific things, and thank you, Chris, for being a terrific sponsor again of the show.
Yeah, I want an iconic moment, one of Piastri. So I think the Piastri one that you've got there is just him taking off his helmet. I think that was before he'd won a race. And then we have got one from a race winner, but I want to see another iconic moment one. Since our last chat with Chris, at the end of races, I'm like, oh, that's the moment Chris is going to get. That's the moment Chris is going to get. And quite often I'll get it right. It's quite cool. I like that.
Just holding the championship trophy aloft.
Yeah, well, that's true. That is true, actually. Yep.
Might be a good, what was it, Lando walked under the podium as they were announcing him. He was coming out, so it'd be good to see one of Oscar coming out.
Yes.
Collecting this round's win.
Yep.
With Lando sort of down the bottom on the ground, going back to the garage. That'd be a nice print, because then you can sell both. You can sell it to Lando fans, and you can sell it to Oscar.
And Zach crying.
And Zach just sort of looking like,
We've got any news?
Have we got any news? Cadillac have announced their 2 drivers in Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez.
That's nice. I mean, there's such a thing in this world as elderly discrimination, and I feel like they're being very inclusive of the elderly here.
What
That's
a
great.
sensational selection. I could not love that choice more.
I look forward to seeing the mobility scooters to get them into the paddock.
Really could not. If you are starting a 10, they were my pick for the month as to a month ago as who they were going to grab. But I think it is a fantastic signing for both race winners.
Will they have to widen the gates to get the mobility scooters into the paddock?
I don't know.
The 2 old boys?
Can't imagine they're... No, because they've only raced like 12 months.
Valtteri Bottas is very fit.
Oh, they're both incredibly fit. No,
12 months ago they were racing.
I'm with you. I think it's a great one.
Sensational.
Shane and I were talking about it midweek, and
I disagree.
you disagree.
I think one, fair enough, and I'd be trying to groom something else.
But what would you get? What would you
know.
get? And that's the thing. I don't think if there was someone standing out, I'm absolutely with you. I'm absolutely with you. If there was a standout candidate, I would go for them, but I don't think there is at the moment. And so I think these guys are a great choice for a couple of years to get that team going.
When you are starting from scratch to take race winners, championship constructor winners, podium getters, they've been part of 2 of the biggest, most successful organisations. It's the off-track stuff that they bring that a young driver does not bring in terms of how to go about your day-to-day.
These guys...
So valuable.
I'll be interested to see how their budgets work, but if I was Andretti Racing... Andretti? That's who it is? Cadillac. And with the Andretti backing... Andretti's running it though, aren't they?
No, it's just all Caddy now.
There's nothing to do with them?
I'm pretty sure Andretti was out or out.
Andretti was there, and then they were out because they had to get.
But now it's all fronted by Cadillac. I'm pretty sure there's a connection.
Well, they had
there.
to get an OEM, which was the Cadillac. So that's why it's.
So I think there's still a connection there. What I would be doing is I'd be getting that arm of things to develop an American driver who is going to be fantastic in this sport, and they've got a huge population. Surely they can find one. And I'll be finding a female driver who'd be fantastic for this sport and seeing how far you can take both of those 2 drivers, a bit like an academy, and develop them, get them ready to go, because you are missing a trick at the moment not having an American in that team. But I'm with you, we don't have the right one at the moment.
No, and I think Valtteri brings the fans along with him, and he is a global. He brings a global fan base.
And Perez brings the South American
and ridiculous amounts of sponsorship dollars.
Yep.
Whereas an American driver will be popular in America.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that the rest of the world will get around them.
But that's fine. What's the point in being American unless we're going to have an American driver?
Oh, no.
Like, if you want to grow that sport in America...
About a quarter of the races are going to be in America.
Yeah, that's right. If you're going to grow that sport in America, you need someone they can get behind. And Sargent just wasn't that person because he wasn't up to the job. I'm not talking like next year. Right? I'm talking let's bring them along, develop them, turn them into something. It's just, for me, that would be what I'd be doing. And at any team, I would be trying to push my hardest to try and get a female driver ready to go.
You just go and look at the women's academy at the moment, see who's...
Yeah. It's just, and they ask, like, the question comes up all the time.
Is Abby Pulling?
Yes, she's doing a great job, but they ask the question all the time, why on earth don't we have it yet? And it's just, we still just don't have that pathway, whereas we have that pathway for all the guys, and but anyway, it'll come, but it's just going to take a little bit of guts from a team to push it when it's not necessarily the most popular thing to go and do. Any other news?
No, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the big news out of the summer break. I'm sure we'll have a lot more.
Off the Monza next. It's back to... It was nice having the qualifying an hour earlier over the weekend.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It made a difference. I actually stayed up and watched it. I was so close to staying up watching this race. And then I realised, then I won't want to get up in the morning. So I was like, I'm going to hold off and watch it in the morning. And it was brilliant. Monza, great racetrack. Fantastic. What's your predictions?
Lando.
A Lando win? Yep. Yeah, tell me more.
New engine, more power.
Okay.
Bang.
Okay.
He's not getting a grid penalty for it?
No,
you don't seem to get grid penalties for breaking things anymore, do you?
First one for the year, so, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not the first engine, but first blown engine.
First blown engine and full replacement. So.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to argue with that, but high-speed corners, Oscar's a little bit better.
Yeah, it is his thing,
but
isn't
it? Ferrari, maybe Charles might just...
I'm going for it. I mean, we shake our heads all the time. We haven't predicted them to be there a lot, and they keep on showing us. So I'm gonna go for no other reason than they've become confident all of a sudden, and then this is usually their turning point for the season. They've showed some confidence. They're in their place. They always turn it up for this joint. I don't know whether they just pay them off and they don't have to run the cars as low, but yeah, I'm going to go for a Charles Leclerc win. I might look embarrassed.
Charles win.
I might look embarrassed, and it might have been a Hamilton win. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it a lot. It's great to have racing back. 9 more races for this wonderful season.
Yeah, it's number 2 on the bucket list of tracks.
Is it?
Yep.
What's number 1?
Oh, Monte Carlo.
Monte. Okay. Spa's still very high up there. Yeah. All right. We'll get the Fan Frenzy out in a couple of days as well. But until then, enjoy your racing over the weekend, and we'll be back next week. Goodbye now.